Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you a video talking about my top 5 favorite characters from Syfy Z Nation. And if you guys seen yesterday, I uploaded a video talking about my top 10 favorite characters from the world of the Vampire Diaries and the originals. This one won't be quite as long. This is only a top 5, not a top 10. And that's really just because with the originals and the Vampire Diaries, there's a lot more characters to consider. A lot of characters have been around a lot longer than what the writers have done with Z Nation so far. So naturally this video won't be quite as long, and that's also why it's a top 5 instead of a top 10, just because there aren't as many characters to deeply consider and stuff like that. I also like the thumbnail I made for this. I think it's pretty cool. Also hope you guys are having a good Christmas Eve, if you do celebrate anyway. Christmas tomorrow, of course, so I will be doing a Christmas haul video, so you guys will have to look forward to tomorrow. Just have safe travels. Have a good time with your family, your friends, whoever you're spending the holiday season with. Or like I said, if you don't celebrate, just have a good day too. But so before I get into the actual top 5, I did want to mention a couple characters that were pretty close to making it on my list, but they fall just a little bit short, and I'll explain why. Like a character that I did consider that didn't quite make on my list is Vasquez. He is new. He's a new character that just came up in season 2, and he's now part of the main cast, I'd say. And I did like his whole story with what happened to his wife and daughter and stuff. I thought that was pretty good. I like the his confrontations with Escorpion and stuff like that. Even though I still think it's weird how they brought Escorpion back in the finale, but that's not the point. So I liked his whole background there. It made us feel for the character a little bit more. But why he's not on the list, I also like his growing relationship with Warren and stuff too. But why he's not on the list is probably just because he hasn't been around as long as the others yet. So what I'm saying is you could very well maybe see him crack my top 5 after season 3 or something. When he's been around for a little while longer. So that's really the only reason why he's not on the list. He's very close to making it, though, trust me. Another character that people will be surprised isn't on the list is probably going to be Citizen Z. I did, of course, consider putting him on the list because he has been around since the series began. And he's been key to, the whole story, really. He's guiding our group along, directing them, even if it's in harm's way and stuff like that. And, he's played really well. DJ Qualls does a great job and stuff. But why I didn't end up putting him on the list is probably just because, he's not, with our group, technically. He's not traveling along with them. He's not going through all the shit they have to go through. And yes, he's had his own issues at his little base, but, he's, not with them 24/7. So he hasn't been through all the, trials and tribulations they have in the Z world and stuff. But, so that's really just the main reason. And like I said, as it goes on, as we see more from him, maybe we'll see him actually physically be with the group at some point. Because we got to see him and Addie together, right? After the crush he has on her is pretty adorable. So I'm hoping they actually see each other in person and do whatever they're going to do before one of them dies or something. I don't know. But, Citizen Z very close to making it on the list, just not quite because he's not really a part of our, core group. So yeah, there's that. And, another character I should mention is, Garnett from back in Season 1, a character we thought was our main character up until he was killed off in the 6th episode. And, if he was around for a little while longer, he'd definitely be on this list, I'd say. Alright, now let's actually get into the top 5, huh? Alright, my 5th favorite character on the show is gonna have to be Doc. And, Doc played by Russell Hodgkinson. The whole show is, comedy with, some drama mixed in, of course, the action all over the place. But he's really one of our main, comic reliefs on the show. Like I said, the show is a comedy drama type of thing, but there are characters that are more serious than others. But with Doc, he's more of our constant comic character, you know what I mean? But he's had his more serious moments too, and, I like his friendship with 10K and stuff. Even him and Murphy have some good moments with each other, especially in that finale, Murphy actually genuinely thanking him, calling him brother and stuff. It's really cool. And of course, smoking a lot of Z-weed as well. And I like the flashback they had in episode 14 this season, showing how he was a therapist actually, beating his addiction, helping other people and stuff like that. But then the whole Z apocalypse started, and it just caused him to relapse and just go back into that mindset. So that was pretty funny. And, he's lasted for quite a while, too. I was afraid they'd kill him off. I'm glad he's still around. I see him being around for quite a bit longer. He's definitely one of the fan favorite characters, I'd say. So, yeah, number 5 would have to be Doc. Alright. Number 4 is going to be 10K, or Tommy is his actual name, but, of course, 10K, he counts every single zombie he kills. He's an amazing shot, very accurate with pretty much any long-range weapon. From like a slingshot to an actual sniper rifle or something. I did like the flashback we had to him having to put down his father back in season 1 and stuff, so I gave him an extra weight to him. Of course, I get frustrated because he meets these girls, but then he always ends up, the girl either ends up being killed off or they end up leaving and they never see each other again. And I did like his interest in Cassandra, and I agree with what he had to do. When he finally put her down, in season 2. And yeah, that's kind of a spoiler if you haven't seen season 2 yet. But really, spoiler is in the title, or spoilers is in the title, so you should have been given a heads up. But so 10K is my 4th favorite character. He's like one of the essentials to the show too. He's a few thousand kills in with, he's trying to get to 10,000, of course. And, so I'm thinking he's at least going to be around until he meets that goal. He's got to make it, So, yeah, number 4, 4th favorite is 10K. My 3rd favorite character on the show would have to be Roberta Warren. She's been on it since the very beginning, the rest of the people on the list, really. She's really become the leader of our core group. I did like her relationship with Garnett, and, it was interesting to see how she dealt with him being killed and stuff like that, in season 1. And she really, after that, came into her own. She really became a very, very capable leader. And, she's no nonsense, she doesn't joke around too much, but, I like how she's there for everyone in the group, even Murphy, I like her friendship with him, even though they don't really say it's a friendship, but, it's there. Some people even want them to get together, but I don't know about that. We'll see. Of course, she's great with a machete. She's a great shot as well. And, Kalita Smith, the actress, plays really well, too, I think. She's probably one of the best actors on the show, I'd say. So I think she's going to be there for the long haul of the series, unless they make another shocking main character kill, but I don't think they're going to kill her off in season 3, that's for sure. But, yeah. So my 3rd favorite is Roberta Warren. Alright. My 2nd favorite character on the show, overall, would have to be Addie. And, some people would be kind of surprised I'd put her over Warren, but I just had to, man. Addie is definitely my favorite female character on the show. Anastasia Baranova. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the actress's name right, but, I remember seeing her on an episode of Drake and Josh as Yuvia, Josh's pen pal, and Drake accidentally ends up marrying her. That was a good episode. She has the whole accent on Drake and Josh, Drake, Josh. So it was really surprising to see her on the show. I recognized her as like, what? That's her? That's Yuvia? Or whatever. I don't remember her name on the show, but she of course has regular American accent on the show, and she's been around since the beginning. She's also one of the more unique looking characters too. Of course, she's beautiful, but I don't mean just that. She has her red hair. So she looks different from any other character we've really met on the show, I think. Of course, she also has her Z-Whacker, the baseball bat with spikes on it that she's had from the beginning. It's like the signature weapon on the show, really. Everyone else uses a gun or, Murphy's powers, and, yeah. Of course, we've seen a break at the end of season 2, but I feel like we're going to find a way to repair it or give her an equally awesome weapon, but she is great with that Z-Whacker, isn't she? I also did like her relationship with Mac. Mac wasn't really around long enough for me to put her on this list either, but, I liked the flashback we had to the two of them, and while he was actually alive, I thought the relationship was a decent focus, especially when she was with those sisters. I thought there was some decent acting between them when he was trying to get her back and stuff. And I really like how Addie's grown even stronger after his death, Some people could complain how she's not really, showing too much effect after that initial episode, White Light, when Mac died, which is probably one of the best, if not the best episode of the series so far. But really, we just seen, like, one of the last 2 episodes of season 2, we see her have that flashback, so even if they don't show it, we can constantly tell there's a weight to her, from what she's gone through, from what they've all gone through, but, she's one of the particular ones that have been through some serious shit. And also, she's like the second in command to Roberta Warren, and Roberta really looks to her, she trusts her, she's, Addie's, basically almost just as capable as Warren is, and, she's quick on her feet, she's also pretty good with guns, and, she can really take care of herself, too. So yeah, Addie is my second favorite on the show, for sure. Alright, and my absolute favorite character on Syfy Z Nation is definitely going to have to be the Murphy, or Murphy. He doesn't even know how he got the part going or anything, but yeah, Murphy, he's definitely the face of the show, no question about it. He's the one who was bitten by all disease, he didn't turn, but he's getting these bizarre powers. He has certain control over him, which is really cool, and a big part of his character now is that he's struggling with, the human part of himself and the zombie part of himself, which one he's going to choose in the end. It's still up in the air. Sometimes he's still trying to build, like, little armies for himself and things like that, but really, we can tell he's starting to care about some of these people in the group, so I feel like in the end he's going to be, for them, he's going to be a good character. He's not going to become an antagonist or anything. I think that'd be the wrong choice. And he's also the funniest character on the show. I talk about Doc being comic relief, but Murphy, he actually had some pretty good serious moments this season at the end of the first one, too. But he's also constantly sarcastic, constantly an asshole. But yeah, he's lovable, and we do see more to him. We see that he does care, whether it's about the zombies or the people, in his group, whether he admits it or not. So I really like all sides to the character. Keith Allen does a great job playing him, too. Just a really, pretty wide-ranged actor, as far as the styles he can give and stuff like that. And I could not see Z Nation without Murphy at this point. I think he's going to be there until the end, or at least he should be. Of course, there's that stuff with Lucy this season as well. I don't know how she grew so fast, in that final random scene we got in the finale, but, maybe they'll bring that back at some point, we'll see. But yeah, so there's my list. There's my top 5 favorite characters of Z Nation. Let's run through it again real quick. Number 5 for me is Doc, 4, 10K, 3, Warren, 2, Addie, and number 1, Murphy. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your favorite characters are and why. Then we can talk about that. Of course, I'm excited for Season 3. Look forward to it coming back. And yeah, so I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good holiday. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Movie Pilot, and look for InSpoiled.com. Watch out for Santa tonight, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.